Well then, welcome to Reading with Kermie, a special Sunday edition. I don't usually do weekends with my Reading with Kermie or Kermie karaoke, but I got a little bit of time this afternoon. I'm just finishing my exercises and my yoga and qigong, and I figured, you know what? Before I hop in the shower, I'm going to do a quick Reading with Kermie because I miss you guys, and especially with this lack of connection with this quarantine going on and all that fun stuff. We all know the drill. I've been kind of lonely lately, so these videos are a way for me to help reach out. So, and that always happens when I start a video. People start talking to me. So you're going to have to wait your turn. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing all right. We're going to read out of Don't Stress the Small Stuff. It's just small stuff, and it's book 2 with the family. So, we're on chapter 62, by the way, so we're moving right along in this book. Quit dinging me. You gotta be patient. Oh, sorry. Talking to my messages like they can hear me. Anyway, chapter 62. And I figure I'll do these videos because it's 10 minutes. It recharges my energy and puts a different perspective in my day. So, it's all good. So let's get started, shall we? Speak with loving kindness. It's easy to get into the habit of speaking behind the backs of others, speaking in a harsh or sarcastic tone directly to others, saying mean-spirited or negative things about life and other people, mumbling something disrespectful under your breath, gasping, and other sordid varieties of negative speech. Unfortunately, this habit is as innocent and harmless as it may seem, does have some far-reaching consequences. And yes, it does, as a matter of fact. But let's continue. Setting aside for a moment the obvious fact that speaking harshly isn't a kind thing to do, let's consider some of the additional, perhaps less obvious consequences, shall we? To begin with, speaking in a negative or harsh tone can be received as degrading or hurtful by another person. Yes. No one, especially our own family members, appreciates being attacked, and everyone almost always feels bad as a result. True. It's a trigger effect, for sure. Dominoes. Alright. The act of being on the receiving end of a verbal attack encourages defensive reactions, even retaliation. There's no question that it detracts from love in your home. True that. If the attack isn't direct but takes place behind the back of the other person, this too is a sign of disrespect, and also you end up feeling bad anyway. It doesn't give the person being attacked the chance to defend himself or herself. I like the comfort of my own room. But behind all that, check in with how you actually feel when you speak in a harsh or negative tone. If you pay attention, I think you'll agree that it feels bad. Yes, along with harsh words comes a feeling of stress and rigidity. Yes, it does too. A sort of unpleasant sickness in your heart. When you speak negatively, it focuses your attention on on all that's wrong with the world and other people. It encourages you to forget all you have to be grateful for, and instead keeps you focused on imperfection. In short, no one wins, especially not you. Good. Okay. I learned this lesson very young. I must have only been a teenager when I said something, I can't remember exactly what it was, really mean to someone, but rather than responding with anger or becoming defensive, the woman said in a soft, gentle voice, "Do you feel better now?" That's actually happened to me. Anyway, that you've been mean and disrespectful. Do you feel better now that you've become mean and disrespectful? I was stunned and felt like a complete jerk. Even in the painful and humbling moment, however, I learned a powerful life lesson that I have not forgotten. She was absolutely right. Rather than feeling cool or powerful, I felt like an idiot. I decided right then and there that I would never be a person who said anything mean about another person, and while I'm sure I was deviated from the lofty ideal on many occasions, I do believe I have stayed relatively close to my goal. My recognition of how it had felt to say something mean to another person has been a factor in keeping me from repeating the mistake too often. Obviously, there are tremendous variations of harshness and different ways of expressing negativity with our speech. It can range from the truly hurtful to a seemingly harmless comment. I've discovered, however, that whether you are being cruel on one end of the spectrum or innocently negative or sarcastic on the other, the effects are the same. The effects are somewhat similar. If you catch yourself saying something mean, however slight, see if you go on to have a wonderful and peaceful day. My guess is that it won't happen very often. There's a way in which speaking harshly, even slightly, disrupts the harmony of your day. It makes us feel a little negative, critical, and suspicious. But the reverse is also true. When the vast majority of our words stem from kindness and love, we feel an accompanying sense of peace and fulfillment, knowing we are doing our part in the creation of a kinder world. No one is perfect, and we certainly all slip up from time to time. However, most of us, myself included, have plenty of room for improvement. Yes, indeed. I'll make you a deal. I'll do my best to speak with loving kindness as much as possible, if you will do too. Will you? If enough of us take this message to heart, we all live in a more loving and patient world. Yes, I like that statement very well. Those last words, that chapter, we all do our part to be kind from the heart on a daily basis. We can make a more peaceful world, and I know that for a fact because I've seen both sides of the spectrum. I've been part of both sides of the spectrum. I've talked shit about people in a negative way, and also the same had happened with me. And just sometimes, yeah, like the book chapter shared, we are not perfect. We all fall short, and it's okay. We're human, And even myself got to recognize that more often. I like to beat myself up a lot over things like that, and it's practice to get out of that habit. Every habit is formed by day by day, so it takes a while to get out of those habits that no longer serve us. And I try to improve myself in my spirit on a daily basis. It's a journey, and that's all this is a journey of experiences in life, and yeah. So I hope everybody's doing okay, and got a little bit out of that little Sunday afternoon chapter. Looks like I'm going to get back to my friend Nutshell. She's trying to say stuff. So, sun's out. I might go on a journey with my camera in a bit after a shower and all that fun stuff, and shave my face. I know you guys get me with my unshaven face. This is my morning look. My Sunday morning look. Anyway, I don't care. You guys have a great day. I hope you guys got something out of this reading, and message, be kind. Remember the deal. Be kind. I love you guys. Have a great day.